I'm Abby,
And I'm Anna.
and this is Serious Beef.
Welcome.
Oh boy.
Abby sounds like shit.
Oh boy. I'll tell you what, that went way better than I thought it was going to go.
That was better.
I did.
Now, we have heard from a listener that actually multiple listeners now, that we sound too much alike and no
Yes.
one can tell the difference between us. I've been trying to think of something. One suggestion was somebody should suck on some helium. I'm not really down for that. I'm old and I don't want to lose too many more brain cells.
Well, I could shake some
You
out.
got time. You got time. My days are numbered.
Hey.
That's Abby's line.
Hey, I got that done here.
Okay.
Well, I'm Abby. So
Abby
if you're
sounds terrible,
confused-
so maybe you can tell us apart this time. I still sound like a dude because I can't, whatever. I don't know what is happening with this winter season. Cold and flu season has hit us hard, and I feel like I'm never going to be healthy again. But who knows?
You finally sound back to normal.
I sound a little
and
bit better.
I sound terrible.
And you sound terrible. So Abby sounds terrible this week.
Well,
in case you were wondering,
we'll get to why I sound terrible because I didn't lose my voice because I got sick.
it's true.
I sound nasally because I'm sick. Sorry, listener.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna apologize up front. I know that I sound terrible, and we pushed this off as long as we could.
We did to try to get her to be a little bit better. She does sound better.
This is the best I've sounded, which is really sad.
It is. I stopped to get her. She wanted a warm drink for her throat, and I said, "Okay, I'll run by the McDonald's because I don't drink warm drinks. I got iced coffee." But Abby says, "Get me a mocha latte." Well, they don't. McDonald's doesn't have a mocha latte. They don't have any lattes. And she says,
I go, those McFuckers.
She says, "Those McFuckers." I was not prepared. I was crying laughing. I was like, I'm not going to tell them that. It's not those poor little workers' fault. So I didn't say that to them. But that was funny. Anyway, okay.
What's your beef?
Let's do the beef.
And you know what? This is the first episode we're recording. This is the first episode we're recording since the new year.
It's true.
Welcome to 2025,
It's true.
everybody.
2025. We did record and post on New Year's Day, but we had recorded it obviously in 24.
Well,
so.
yep. Today we're recapping.
Yeah.
A lot has happened.
Let's do it. A lot has happened.
All right.
Since Christmas to now. Yeah.
What's your first beef of 2025?
Okay,
sort of?
so my beef is with. I really suck at texting. I have small hands. My fingers are small, but I feel like my thumbs must be ginormous because I'm constantly hitting the wrong letters. It's so annoying to me. And do you remember in the old phones, the old flip phones or the slide up phone, and you could just hit the little letters? I never texted so terribly on those. But I really and also I wonder if is it just my terrible eyeballs? I don't know, because
True.
is my perception off that I hit the wrong letter
Maybe
constantly?
Well, I
don't know.
I think you hit the nail on the head with the slide up ones. Those buttons required more force.
Yeah.
And now, if you're even close to it,
I hit the wrong letter all the time. So hence you get autocorrect.
Yeah.
Which can be helpful, but also can be hilarious or sometimes terrible. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're texting and trying to say have a prosperous, like a happy and prosperous
who's saying that?
New Year.
Wait a minute, who's saying that?
That's a thing.
Well, I know, but you're texting people have a prosperous.
Yes, you tell people to have a prosperous New Year. You want to have a good, lots of money, lots of good things.
I just say Happy New Year.
Okay, well, you want to say prosperous New Year. That's a good thing. It's a good thing to tell people.
Phosphorus New Year.
Well, of course, it autocorrects to preposterous. Have a happy and preposterous New Year. Which is, for me, that checks out. That's probably what's going to happen. I'm a little offended by that, but
have a preposterous. Apple's like, we're pretty sure you meant preposterous.
We're absolutely sure that's what you meant, and that's what's going to happen.
That's what's going to happen.
I was like, oh no. So yeah, it's a me problem. I really can't blame my phone. I guess it's definitely. I think me, but I have beef with that. It bothers me.
That might be the new title. Preposterous New Year.
Preposterous New Year. It's gonna happen. It's already begun.
I'm there. Well,
anyway,
so is that your beef?
That's my beef. It's my beef. I gotta learn. If anybody has tips and tricks on how to not be so sucky at hitting the right letter,
or just how not to be so sucky in general.
Period. I'll take it.
We're open to
I'm
suggestions.
open to suggestions.
Well, that's pretty good. That's very good. All right. Well, I got our sauce.
Okay, hit me with it.
Applesauce.
Applesauce. I don't think we've done applesauce.
I'm pretty sure we haven't.
Look
I
at
didn't.
you.
I didn't even check.
She didn't check the spreadsheet.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh, I just panicked. I was like, oh my god, it's on here. Yeah, it's on today's. I put it in with today's. Wait a minute. I was like, oh my god, wait, I already did it.
We used it.
No.
Yes, today.
Today.
Oh, that's hilarious. Nice.
Well, I was in the
Nicely done.
spreadsheet,
Okay.
our spreadsheet, and I saw that today is episode 50.
Episode 50, y'all.
This is the 50th episode of Serious Beef.
Wow. Who would have
We've
thought?
got, in 2 weeks, will be our 1 year. We'll have done a full year of beef.
It's true. I'm about just a full year of serious beef. Does that sound better? I don't know.
Not really.
Not really.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm working. I don't know what we're gonna do for our 1 year.
We're not really brainstorming many ideas, but
No, but I got some ideas. I do have some ideas. So, listener, send me your favorite moments from the past year of Serious Beef. It can be favorite things we've said. That's probably about it. It's
pretty
an
much
audio
it, since it's an audio
podcast. your favorite moments, and I will take them into account. I'm hoping that if I say this now, there's 2 weeks, we'll have time for people to send stuff in. If you don't send things in, some of you listeners, I know who you are. I have your phone numbers. I'm just gonna text you.
gonna hound you.
Yep, I know who you are.
Oh my gosh.
Some listeners might be behind, so
It's true.
I might just have to hound everybody
It's
anyway.
true. You hound them and say, "Get caught up. Let's go."
Maybe we'll post
chop,
this.
chop.
You know what? We'll put this in the teaser on the
Okay,
Tuesday.
okay. Remind me because I'm really
Yeah.
bad about that. Y'all. This is Anna. In case you don't know, I'm really bad. My job. I have one job. Post the teaser on Tuesdays. Do I remember to do it at a reasonable hour? No. It's usually 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night. Oh crap! I haven't posted. And Abby even tells me what to post. She's so on it. She's so organized. She's got it. No. Hours later, I'm like, oh man. So I have one job, and I typically fail miserably. So
Well, the holidays hit me
I
hard.
apologize.
The holidays hit me hard because the last 2 episodes, I have not posted. The episode is up.
I noticed that.
Yep, I failed because one of
Oh
them
my god.
was on Christmas. I was busy,
Well, that's the thing.
and the other one was on New Year's Day, and I was busy.
The fact that we post on Wednesdays and if Christmas and New Year's lands on a Wednesday
What are the odds?
this year.
What are the odds?
So yeah, rookies that we are at podcasting.
And then
Well, if you don't know this about us, we definitely fly by the seat of our pants here with this podcast. We meet up, we talk for 15 minutes about what we want to talk about, and then we start. There's no massive amount of prep for this, so that's just kind of how we are. Trying to get it done.
it is. Well, and then I realized also, I thought I'm gonna do we had 2 zodiacs during Christmas.
Right.
Okay. And I did the one, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna do the other one real quick right now, so that I'm ahead of schedule. I'll send it to myself and I'll post it. I'm patting myself on the back. Good job, Abby.
Yeah, look at
Way
you.
to go.
Look at you working ahead. Yeah.
I swapped all the copy. I didn't swap a single picture.
I know.
And here's the thing, I wasn't anywhere near a computer that I could fix it.
No, it was too late. It's hilarious.
I know. I was
I don't know if anybody noticed, but
I noticed,
I don't think anybody cared.
Listener Brittany sent me a thing. She goes, "Something about this just ain't right." She was just laughing about it.
That's
I was
hilarious.
like, "I know
That's
it.
hilarious.
God damn it, I know it. What a ta-ra-ra
Way to
goody."
go. Screwed the pooch. Nice.
So I was like, "Shit." Well, but here's the thing, listener.
Okay.
I was busy.
It was busy. And yeah, everybody was busy. Those last 2 weeks or so
Me specifically.
of 24, any calendar year, let's put it, between Christmas, you're dealing with Christmas and New Year's. It's a busy time.
Me specifically. Do you remember me saying on the last episode, I have 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks, and one of those weeks I'm off, and I'm not going to have any time to read or watch any movies during that week.
You know, there's no chill. It's
No.
just go, go, go.
I don't have any time. So I was like, I'm going to have to read a book because I was on chapter 6 at the time.
Right.
I would have to read a book and watch 4 movies.
Yeah, listener, she wanted to finish how many books? What was your goal?
20 books for the year.
So she needed to read one more book
Yep.
to hit her goal, and then 4 movies
4 movies.
to finish her movie poster. What was the title of the poster again?
It said 100 movies bucket list.
Yeah, okay. Some of those don't belong on that bucket list.
No,
but,
probably
you know,
not.
we've discussed.
But here's the thing, is that I was like, I have to watch all these movies this weekend. I'm like, okay, boom. I get through. I'm rushing.
List of movies you had to watch.
I needed to watch The Deer Hunter. I needed to watch Scarface, Mary and Max, and This is Spinal Tap. Those are the movies that I thought I needed to watch.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll watch The Deer Hunter Saturday, Scarface Sunday morning, Mary and Max Sunday evening.
Is this after Christmas or before Christmas?
Before Christmas.
Before Christmas, okay.
And then Monday I was gonna come over to your house.
Yes,
we were all gonna watch.
We wanted to watch This is Spinal Tap with her because
that's a funny one.
that movie's been out forever, and I can't believe I've never watched it. And so we're like, oh no, we heard this is funny. We'll watch this one.
I
with
knew
you.
that one was gonna be good.
But I have already watched The Deer Hunter and Scarface, both very difficult to watch and not my kind of movie. So I was not going to rewatch those with you. So I was out for those.
Well, we knew This is Spinal Tap was going to be good.
Yes.
So I had purposely said I'm watching that
We're
one
leaving that one last.
because I refuse to watch all these movies and end on something terrible.
Something terrible, yeah.
So I finished Scarface and
The
The Deer Hunter, and I was we'll save them for later.
Those are two very heavy
Yes,
movies. Very a lot of
long movies.
tough,
I hated
tough content.
listener. I hated The Deer Hunter.
Yeah,
Okay, I hated it. And I didn't really enjoy Scarface.
I'm not going to say that it's necessarily a bad movie. If you like that kind of movie,
The acting is great.
yeah, the actors were amazing. The content is so difficult
God.
because it's about they're become prisoners of war during the Vietnam War.
It's not even just that. Listen, I'm not getting into it.
Yeah, no,
it's
we
bleak.
don't need to.
It's bleak.
It's bleak. It's tough.
But
Not my kind of movie.
We've
Some people
learned-
love that stuff, and they won Oscars for it. I mean, it's. I would say
the acting is
I will
excellent.
say objectively, it's a good movie. The content is too hard.
well
for me.
made.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't enjoy it. No.
Scarface, as well.
We have
Acting,
learned.
very good. Al Pacino, the living legend. He's amazing.
Well, we have learned.
Not my kind of movie.
We've learned. I do not like mob movies.
I don't like 'em.
gangster movies.
Yeah. What's the line? What's the line about The Godfather?
As Peter Griffin once said,
Would say.
did not care for The Godfather. Did not care for The Godfather.
Did not care.
It was fine. It was fine. But I was just like, why is this movie? Why does everybody
Right.
love this movie? It's fine.
It's a good movie. I can objectively say that it is a very good movie.
I'd rather watch This is Spinal Tap any day.
But see, that's just it. For me, mob movies are more disturbing than, say, like a scary horror film.
like Halloween or something.
yeah, because I'm like,
That should happen.
knowing that shit happens.
That shit is happening.
in the real world. Like, I don't know. It's too tough. That's too disturbing for me. Like,
No.
I don't know if I think I told you this. Your dad, maybe it's a guy kind of movie. I don't know. Because your
Maybe.
dad will watch those.
Maybe.
And it doesn't bother him. Like, I don't sleep for a week after I watch some of that shit that happens in mob movies.
Yeah.
And he's fine. He knows it's a movie and it doesn't bother him. But, like the movie Casino, I saw some disturbing
I've
shit
never
in there.
seen- I've
I
never
just
seen
don't watch it.
Casino.
Don't
I
watch
don't
it.
think I could.
You won't sleep for a week. It's disturbing.
Yeah.
And then he was watching one with Viggo Mortensen, and I love Viggo, right? He's awesome. He's in Lord of the Wings. Lord of the Rings.
Buffalo. Aragorn. He's Aragorn.
He's Aragorn. Love him. He's awesome. It was a Russian mob movie. Oh no,
Oh,
no,
boy.
no, no. It was terrible. Oh man. You think the American mob movies are bad? Oh Lord, help me. You get the Russian mob movies? That's a no for me, dog.
They don't fuck around.
Oh, it's terrible. It was terrible.
Listen, I don't know what the lesson is from mob movies. Don't get involved in the mob.
Don't get involved with the mob.
Don't
Piss off the mob.
No.
Don't nothing. Nothing. Have nothing to do with any kind
I
of
would
mob.
rather be destitute and living on the streets than get involved in the
Yeah,
mob
no,
after
no.
watching mob movies.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Absolutely. You don't die peacefully.
No.
You'll never die peacefully. You want to die violently? Get involved
These
in
are
the mob.
some vindictive people. I'm telling you what. They know how to hurt some people.
They fuck around.
Fuck you up.
They'll fuck you up.
So yeah, that's no for me. That's a no for me.
Well,
like
so anyway.
I'm not saying I'm opposed to like an action shoot 'em up movie like
Sure.
like John Wick.
I've never seen John Wick.
Oh
I've heard it's
gosh,
good.
you're gonna really like it.
I'm sure it will.
It's very good. Again, there's some disturbing stuff. It's so tough,
Sure.
but it's more of it's type of the the orchestrated type fight scenes that are quite cool. Those are very cool.
The choreography of it is very
it's
fun.
very amazing.
I love a good, like, The Dark Knight was on this list.
Yeah. Right.
Really good.
Yeah. So it's just the mob stuff's not for me.
Well, but here's the thing. The point of that is that I thought I needed to read one book and watch four movies.
So back to the thing, and you finished Deer Hunter.
I finished the
Scarface.
book. I finished the book too.
Finish your book. Yep.
I was like, boom. I watched 2 movies. I start Mary and Max, which was most people probably haven't even heard this movie, but it's stop motion. I thought it was fine. Ashley's got feelings on that movie. She hated it.
Well, it's not. We won't give a spoiler, but the ending is bad, right? Yeah.
Well, it's a little melancholy.
It's a little sad. It's a sad one.
It's not. Yeah. It's
If you don't like sad movies, you won't like it. So let's put it that way.
Yeah. So Ashley hated it.
Not going to be your best movie, of course.
I get halfway into that movie, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me go get my movie poster. I got to scratch Deer Hunter. Got to scratch Scarface. Unroll it. Hold on. Wait a minute. What's this? Lawrence of Arabia. Wait a minute.
Listeners, she calls me beside herself furious. She has discovered Lawrence of Arabia on the poster that she has not watched.
Because it is 7:00. Mary and Max is another 45 minutes to go.
Right. Lawrence of Arabia is like 3 hours long.
No, it's 3 hours and 38 minutes.
Oh my God. Okay, 3
it's
and a half.
Almost 4.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
Where did this come from?
Where am I supposed to get Lawrence of Arabia this hour?
How can I possibly squeeze in Lawrence of Arabia? Plus find it
in this hour.
Streaming or wherever, yeah.
Luckily, it was on HBO Max, which I have.
Oh my gosh, you lucky dog.
I was beside myself. I was like, I'm cooking. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to make it. I'm going to hit my goals.
Fuck.
And then out of nowhere, Lawrence of Arabia hits her.
And here's the thing. I either have to watch Lawrence of Arabia that night because I worked Monday.
When you had to work on Monday, yeah.
And so I was going to go to your house after that to watch This Is Spinal Tap.
And then that night we were going to watch This Is Spinal Tap. And then Tuesday was Christmas Eve. And then Christmas Day, there was no time.
No. So my options were I either have to not meet my movie goals or I have to watch Lawrence of Arabia. Watch it that night. Or I have to watch Lawrence of Arabia after This Is Spinal Tap and end on Lawrence of Arabia.
It's true.
I wouldn't do it. So I finished Mary Max. I thought I gave it 3 stars.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right. You've watched worse.
Oh God, yeah. After the Deer Hunter and Scarface, Mary Max was great.
Mary Max was a light-hearted movie.
Ashley did not watch Deer Hunter and Scarface with me, and so she had feelings.
See, if she had watched those, she would have been a little bit better by. But
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So I finished at 8:00 at night.
8:00 at night.
Pop in Lawrence of Arabia.
She actually got up and put in a VHS tape.
Well, here's the thing.
She queued it up on HBO Max.
I go into our bedroom. Okay. I'm like, Ashley, I'm going to put it on the TV back here so you don't have to watch it. She goes, good.
Because she was done.
I can't get, I think it was like a Roku or the Amazon, the Fire Stick.
Gotcha.
Couldn't get it to work.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
HBO won't load. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. And like the time is just tick.
Yeah, by now it's at 9:30.
Well,
whatever.
I was like, because it's like 8, so now it's 8:15, 8:20.
Yeah,
I'm like every minute that's going by, I'm just like, Lord of Arabia is going to kill me. So I was trying to simultaneously work on other stuff that I needed to work on for, I don't remember, it was probably podcast or whatever.
Can you imagine, folks? She's got a book in her hand. She's working on she's on her laptop in her hand.
I'm probably developing a spreadsheet.
Clearly just developing a spreadsheet while trying to get Lawrence of Arabia to load.
I'm trying to do all this stuff.
I'm picturing you multitasking.
And I can't get the TV to work. So I said, fuck it. So I go because this laptop that we're using right now to record, Ashley and I did our birthday, Christmas together to get this laptop.
Okay.
So I pull out my old laptop, this one here.
Sure.
Lawrence of Arabia is up on this laptop on the bed.
Oh, good enough. Okay.
And then I pulled this one up and I'm working on this one. And that's what I did. That's how I watched Lawrence of Arabia. and I don't think I started till 9.
Probably close to 9. Yeah. I was getting periodic messages, I think, throughout it or at one point.
I get about halfway through and I had to pause and I had to go get a snack or something because I was just I'm for the long haul.
Yeah.
And I come and Ashley comes in. She's like, "Well, you seem interested," because I'm staring at like this, like mouth slightly open, like just like squinting at the screen. And Ashley's like, "Well, you seem invested." And I go, "This is just Dune.
Literally, she calls me, folks. Lawrence of Arabia is just Dune.
It's Dune."
Now, or I think it should be the other way around.
yeah, Dune is
Dune
Lawrence of Arabia.
is just Lawrence of Arabia.
but with
Dune,
aliens.
Dune, it's true, with a futuristic space,
Yes,
thing going on. Dune ripped off Lawrence of Arabia.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a goddamn minute. And here's the thing, is that I watched Dune Part 2 earlier in 2024.
Yeah.
I got into
Yeah.
the theaters because my father-in-law really likes Dune.
Yes.
And here's my thing. Here's my thoughts on Dune. I watched both parts. Well acted.
Isn't there a third part?
Well,
They left it open for a third part.
here's the thing, is that Dune, the first book, the book Dune,
Oh, okay,
is
yeah.
the 2-part movie that came out.
Okay.
There's a whole series.
Oh, geez. So there's a lot. They could.
Yes.
Yes. Shit could keep going.
But that
forever.
is how the book ends, basically,
Really.
more or less.
But there's another book. So
There's more books,
You
yeah.
could keep reading.
Well, so here's the thing. I watched Dune, and I said to Ashley, well acted. The effects were great. The cinematography is excellent. Blah blah. No, technically,
There's some cool parts. You
right.
know?
It is
Yeah.
technically a masterpiece. And I said it is like eating the world's best lasagna. But I don't like lasagna.
Then remembering
I hate lasagna.
She doesn't like lasagna. Yeah.
I hated the story.
The story in and of itself was not for me either. I have watched both parts as well, and thought, yeah, we agree. Well acted.
It was great.
It was cool.
I just hated it.
There's some cool scenes.
I just didn't like. I
I like
hated-
some parts of it, but then it was like overall, it's literally just the story for me.
Yeah.
It's meh. I'm not
Right.
really that into the story.
the extremely brief synopsis of Dune / Lawrence of Arabia is that this guy goes to the desert and meets the fill in the blank, your desert people, the Bedouin people, etc.
Take a
whatever,
pick,
right?
Whatever you want to call them, depending
And-
on what time you put them in. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he learns their ways, and then they start to in Lawrence of Arabia they're fighting the Turks, and because it's World War II, and so they're fighting the Turks and all this kind of stuff, and he becomes this great leader because he's kind of this neutral party. He can broker between all of these different tribes that kind of hate each other. So he's this neutral party, and he leads them to success and to take over the deserts and so on and so forth. And they follow him, and he's like, I'm not a god, I'm not some messiah, I'm not da da da.
Right.
And then by the end of it, he's like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I guess so.
I guess I am.
I'll be the messiah.
And that's exactly what happens in Dune.
That is exactly what happens in Dune.
Exactly.
I was like, I mean, if there had been some sandworms, but there were trains.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, there's trains
Right.
in Lords of Arabia, and there were sandworms in Dune.
It's the same concept.
It's the same.
Somebody
fucking
watched Lawrence
thing.
of Arabia, well, the author, I guess,
Yeah.
of Dune, and went, oh, I can make this cooler, and
I was like,
did the space theme.
my flappers
theme.
were gasted.
And her flappers are guessed
My
easily.
flappers were, no.
It's not true. They're easily guessed. They're easily guessed.
Well, so, but the point is, at 12:30
You
on
finished it.
Christmas Eve, I finished Lawrence of Arabia.
And then she had to go to her and go to bed because she had to work the next day.
Yes. Get up, I work, I get all my stuff done, and then I went to your house and watched This Is Spinal Tap. Excellent.
She comes over Monday. We're all there. We're all geared up, ready to watch. I don't think Ash came over. She was doing something, and we put on This Is Spinal Tap, and it was an absolute
Hilarious.
treat. I'm telling you, it was so fun.
It's a mockumentary style movie of a fake rock group, and the people that were in it were the lead was Mr. Green from Clue.
From Clue, or
He's the
if
lead
you-
singer,
If
I
you're
should
old,
say.
if you're my generation, and you watched Laverne and Shirley,
Yep.
he got his start as
Lenny.
Lenny
Yep.
on Laverne and Shirley.
And then
But he's gone on to do all kinds of stuff.
the lead guitarist was, you said it's a 6-fingered man.
Yes.
From Princess Bride.
Princess Bride. I looked at all.
I
looked
did
them all
not
up.
even
I was like,
recognize
oh my gosh.
him. I didn't recognize him at all.
Yeah.
And then the bassist is we watched The Simpsons growing up.
All the
He
time I watched
is
The Simpsons.
he's a main voice on The
He
Simpsons.
does the voice of many, many characters.
Principal Skinner's the one that he
Right?
sounds the most
He
like.
sounds the most like Skinner. Yeah.
But
He's done a bunch of stuff too, if you see him.
I mean, besides The Simpsons, he's done a ton of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
He's so funny.
They were so funny. And then
The part he gets stuck in the thing. Dad comes in when the bassist is stuck in the like egg thing. The other two come out.
oh yeah, they have this pod. They
Yes.
go on stage and they're gonna do the song, and they have 3 pods, and the doors are supposed to open, and they come out and they're playing their music and singing their song. Well, the bassist gets stuck in the pod.
And this is when Dad shows up. He gets home.
And it's hysterical.
And they're doing. We laughed. I think we had to pause it.
we had to pause it. We were laughing so hard.
It was so good.
funny.
It was your classic like slapstick comedy, and they did it so well.
It was such a wonderful movie. Loved it.
Loved it.
I'm like, this movie came out in the 80s. I mean, Rob Reiner is like the director. Is he yeah, he's the director
Yes.
of This Is Smile Town. And he stars as like the mockumentary type person who's interviewing
Yeah,
the
he says, "I'm director Rob Reiner."
Yeah, he's director Rob Reiner. He's playing himself.
Yes.
In the movie, and he's so funny because he plays the straight man. Like he's playing it like he's interviewing them
Yes.
to make this movie. And he's hilarious.
Yes.
But and if you don't know Rob Reiner, he actually used to be years ago when I was a kid. Okay, if you remember the All in the Family, the Archie Bunker TV show. Now you're not gonna remember this because this is way before
I didn't
your
really watch it, but I know of it.
Well, okay, you're not gonna. My dad loved this show. It was hilarious.
Okay.
And Rob Reiner played a character, played like Archie Bunker's
really?
son-in-law on this show.
Nice.
And he was very funny. And then he's gone on to become a very well-known director.
Yeah.
And he's very good at what he does. And so he is very funny.
Yes.
But a lot of people now don't really remember him being on a comedy show, when I was a kid.
No,
But,
he was great. That.
This movie
was
is
great.
just crazy. I can't believe. I gotta look it up. When did it come out?
Oh, I mean, what do you
look it
think?
up.
80s.
It had to have been, right?
But while you look that up, we'll get that answer. We'll get that answer for your listeners.
I'm looking right now. 1984.
84.
That's so old. I mean, it's like that's when I would have been in high school.
It's been out for a long time.
How have I never seen this movie?
I know, it
lifetime?
was so good.
But I'm so glad we watched it because it
Yes.
was an absolute hoot and we loved it. We laughed so hard. And you're right, your dad was gone. And he came in right at that part. Do you know he went and got the movie from the library? So, no, we had gotten the movie from
Yes.
the library. He went and watched the beginning so he could have seen all the movie because he
He
thought it
was
was
sitting
very
in the
funny.
kitchen. He just watched it.
yeah.
Like dads do. They come in like, oh, I'm not interested, and then stands
Then
there and watches
stays
the whole.
and stays and watches the rest of it. Yeah.
Well,
But
well,
I'm glad you ended on that one because it was a good
me too.
one. Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, Olivia sends me a TikTok of this guy had put together every movie that he'd seen in 2024.
Just in 24, okay.
Right. This guy he does it every year. All the movies he's seen.
yes, okay.
And so he put together a slideshow of like his favorites and worst, and I disagree with some of his takes, but
Everybody has their own opinion.
absolutely, his were wrong. That's fine.
Okay.
But Olivia sends this to me, and she goes like, "Where's your slideshow?" Okay, and I did that personally.
Well, and she should have known.
That was a
She
mistake.
should have known.
Mistake was made.
Mistakes were made, and now she's literally like so mad at herself. She's like, "It was a joke. It was a joke, Abby."
because when we leave here, I'm going to your house and I'm gonna sling onto the TV
Yep.
the fucking presentation
She's
I
gonna
put
force
together.
us to watch her presentation that she made.
It took me 2 days to put this
of every
together.
movie on that poster. So we're talking over 100 slides, people. We're gonna have to sit through this and get her take on every movie on the poster.
I put a pros and cons of each one and a star rating.
Lord have mercy, she's gonna make me watch this later.
I'm gonna present it.
Listeners, pray for me.
Pray for me. It's good.
Hashtag pray for Hannah.
Ashley sat through the whole thing yesterday, although I sped through some of the slides.
And the thing is, Liv should know. She should know. She knows you. I'm like,
Yeah.
do you not even know who Abby is? You can't send her something like that and not expect her to throw together a 100-slide presentation. Of course she's going to do it.
Listener, I put this together in Google Slides. I'll make the link available.
There you go.
After
oh, my
this.
freaking God. She's so happy.
If you want my
She was so
takes.
happy to finish. She actually finished the poster.
Yes.
Met your goal for your books.
Yes.
Which, by the way, one of those books that we read, just a quick side note,
Somewhere Beyond the Sea.
We read Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.J. Klune.
Second book in the Cerulean Sea.
This is the second book that he has written in this series. The first one is The House in the Cerulean Sea.
Which I think we talked about earlier.
We have talked about it before. If you haven't read either of these books, they're my favorite. I read House in the Cerulean Sea and it is probably the best book I've ever read.
I think we've discussed this at later when we were reading Somewhere Beyond the Sea. I think it is. I think this House is the best book I've ever read.
It's probably my favorite book of all time.
I love it.
And I'm old. I've read a lot of books. I like to read.
I read books very quickly.
It immediately became like my favorite.
I love that book so much.
And the second one I thought was just
as
wonderful. Good. I loved it. We were a chapter in and already my heart was just like so full. Like I loved it so much.
I got you a puzzle.
Yep. And so for Christmas, Abby gets me a puzzle of the pictures from I don't want to spoil no spoilers.
No.
But it's it's characters from these books and it's so lovely and I was so surprised. I did not expect
your face. I wish I took a picture.
Yep. I was so surprised. I did not expect this puzzle and I love to do puzzles in case you didn't know. And so it was wonderful. It was wonderful gift.
Great.
So that was a nice Christmas gift for Abby. But anyway, just a quick shout out for T.J. Klune and he's written other things too, but that's the only two I've read by him. And I love them. I love them so much. They're so wonderful.
Well, we are probably about halfway through this podcast.
Okay.
And we have not even recapped the end of 2024.
Right. Let's hit it.
Okay. Number one, I said on the podcast that when that episode came out, we would know if we had won the Fantasy Football Championship.
We would know. And we do.
We did, baby. Let's go. How the best sermon was.
We won it. We won it.
Whoa.
Fantasy Football Champions. Yes. We'll post a picture of us holding the trophy.
Yes.
We did it. And don't ever question Abby. She's a mad fantasy football genius.
I did it.
Never question. I told your dad looked at me and I had forgotten that you were switching out Kansas City's defense for Cincinnati's defense.
Yeah.
And Kansas City picks the ball off in the game and I'm like, oh yeah, that's their defense. And he goes, oh, no, it's not anymore. Abby put in Cincinnati. I said, oh yeah, I forgot. Oh yeah. And then he goes, did she tell you she was going to switch it out? I said, it doesn't matter, Wayne. It doesn't matter. You don't question Abby when it comes to fantasy football.
Which I did tell you.
You told me. 100% you had told me. She always tells me. And I said, because, I'm a silent partner in this. Let's be honest. Abby makes the decisions because she's a mad fantasy football genius.
You work the slot. You work the spreadsheet at the draft.
Absolutely.
I have a spreadsheet.
Again, I have one job. And my other job is for us to jibber jabber about fantasy football, which we love. So it's all good. So we crushed our opponent. Vindication. It was amazing.
Sorry on a big
Jim. We loved it. Sorry on a big Jim, but we love you. But we needed that win, and that was awesome.
We need that win.
So we are the champions. Best it ever was.
Rematch from 2020.
True.
Totally redeemed myself.
Totally redeemed yourself. All right, moving on. That was awesome. Next.
That was awesome. Let's see. Christmas
was fun as usual.
Busy.
Christmas Eve was with the Wilhelms. We thought, it's first Christmas without your grandpa, so that's going to be tough. But we had a lovely day, and we did well. We only teared up like once, I think.
Yeah.
The funeral home had put together a really nice book of the pictures we had all sent in.
Yeah.
And the memories and things, and each family got one, so that was really, really nice.
It was really nice.
And Sam had had a woman make a little rosary, like decade rosaries. From the flowers. Yeah. She makes beads from the flowers.
Well, she made
that.
All the grandkids got those little, what do you call them?
It's like a hand decade, like a little
small rosary.
Yeah, with like the 10
not
beads.
A full one.
Yeah, because we didn't have enough flowers to do full ones.
But then she made Doug and Dad
a tie tag, and Sherry and Lynn. I got like a necklace, just a
necklace.
And Grandma has a cross with me. But it was really sweet.
It was really sweet.
Really nice, and it was just. I was worried about Grandma during the Christmas season. That's tough. You hit Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And then you have that whole Christmas time that she's alone, and so we did an advent calendar, and one of us took over a little item each day.
Yeah.
It's like 24 days, obviously, and then obviously Christmas Eve we were there, so we gave her the last item, and then she actually smacked me on the butt and told me I spent too much money. But then she gave me a big hug and said she loved it. So, oh, and then we made the calendar. I mean, the calendar this year was all pictures of Grandpa and, obviously family too in there. And it was all funny things that he says.
Yes.
And he always had these really funny sayings that he would just say all the time. Typical Grandpa stuff like, oh, check my eyelids for holes, but he had some that were just very unique to him. And
Just
so
goes.
it just goes. That's when he was speeding. He was tell Grandma. And, or like if I was any better, I couldn't stand it, and just so many different things that he would say. Don't thank me. Thank the good Lord I had the strength. Like,
I know.
And that was always.
Classic Larry.
So the whole calendar is things that he would always say and obviously lots of pictures. Mm-hmm. And she gave me a big hug, said she loved it. So it ended up being a really nice day.
Here's the thing. She wrote down all the things you brought over for the advent calendar.
She wrote them all down.
Me and Ashley, coats on. We're getting ready to leave.
Right.
We're like, okay. And I see this little pickle sit on the thing.
So there it says.
And it's got a whole little sign. It's holding a little sign that says emotional support pickle.
It's emotional support pickle.
And I said to Grandma,
says and it says on there something about in case you forgot, you're kind of a big deal or something like that. Like, it's really cute. Yeah.
Well, I said to Grandma, I like your emotional support pickle. I didn't realize
what you have done.
What I did. I didn't realize it was an advent calendar. She goes, oh. So she goes, she's got to get the list. She takes me through every item that you brought over. She was so excited.
Every time.
Like I said, poor Ash, I was like,
because your coats are on, and of course it's like 100 degrees in the house. Like every grandparent has their house.
Yes.
Thermostat set way too high.
Oh my God.
But she, in her chicken scratch, handwriting, she's telling you everything that she. I was like, oh, okay. I'm actually really glad we did it because it just was.
She was really
something.
excited.
I just wanted her to have something to look forward to every day and not just feel alone during the Christmas season. And so it worked out really nicely. And then we actually took her along to go see Christmas lights, and she went with us. So that was great. She went with us over to Tillis Park.
Good.
Yeah, it was really nice. It was great. And then she got out of the car, and I think she said never again because Sam and Liv are way too loud in the car. But they were singing Christmas carols or whatever, so that was just really nice. But yeah, it was really nice. Christmas Day was, I think, typical chaos. At the Van Horns. It's always chaos, loud. And
what did you end up with at the exchange?
We always do a crazy dollar item, rob your neighbor. Nothing's $1 anymore, though. No, $1.25.
No, $1.25. I got the little tub.
You got a little container.
Yeah.
I don't know dimensions. I'm not good at that.
I don't know.
It's just a little container. Literally went to the $1.25 store. That's where everything came from. What did I end up with?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. No, I will tell you.
We'll have to check the pictures.
We do this. We do this with the Wilhelms too. But everybody brings a $5 item to the Wilhelms.
Yeah.
And wrap.
Oh my God.
And we play Rob Your Neighbor too.
Yeah.
And Liv got this set of socks, that one for the adult and one for your pet, like for your cat. And oh my God, it was so funny. She put the socks on. She put the socks on herself and on Stormy. I took a picture, got to post it, and then we have a video of her putting them on him. And then the minute she sits him down, and he boom kicks them off.
He like almost all of them.
Each leg, they were off in under a second.
It was impressive.
It was absolutely impressive. It took her so long to get those socks on him because he is pissed. And then to set him down and just boom, kicks him off and runs away.
You were gonna say.
We laughed so hard. And we found that at Five Below, and she is like, I gotta get my own item. I'm like,
yep. I thought that you were gonna say, we get to Grandma's and we have the gifts, and we're like, okay, da da da, and you're like, you and Sherry and Linda all go. Did you get an item for Grandma?
Because we always forget. One of us usually brings an item for Grandma. We don't make her go get an item. We just bring one. All of us forgot. None of us remember to do it.
But
saves the day.
I had brought an item that I was like, here, put this in the Van Horn gift exchange, because it was like a water bottle.
And she had it wrapped and everything.
And it was a nice water bottle.
It's a really nice water bottle.
Really nice water
bottle. Metal, nice lid and everything. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And so it was already, you had it wrapped. Which was awesome.
Yes.
And so I said, literally I'm standing there and I go, wait, I have something, because you had given it to me.
Yes.
And I ran back to the bedroom and brought it out. I was like, we're good.
We're good.
So, I remember what I got. I remember what I got from the Van Horns. I got a little button that says no on it. When you press it, it says no. And I have to put batteries in it, but I'm taking it to work and I'm putting it on my desk, because when anybody asks me anything,
it says like,
that's going to be the answer.
The no talking button is what it says on the thing.
Yeah.
Which was hilarious because it's like no talking button. And so you click it and nothing happens because
nothing
there's no
happened.
batteries. And we're like, well, yeah,
Yeah.
there's no talking.
No talking. We were cracking ourselves up. So yeah, that was pretty funny.
good.
I did get you for Christmas. I found a hamburger ornament. We'll have to post a picture.
Yeah.
And so I put on the thing, happy birthday, Merry Christmas from Serious Beef.
And I got you an on-air sign.
Yes, I got to get batteries for it, but it's a sign. We're going to put it in the window, I think, over there, and it'll say, it lights up. It says on air. Maybe everybody at the library be quiet.
We should have like a...
Who knew we'd have to have people at the library be quiet? It's a library. Aren't you supposed to be quiet?
I really thought this was going to work out perfectly.
What world am I living in? Anyway, okay, so Christmas Day. Christmas Day was lots of fun, of course.
Yeah.
Always fun. Too much food and not too much booze. Nobody got super drunk this time.
Well, then the 26th we had our Christmas, and that was nice. And then the 27th was our birthday.
Oh yeah, we have Christmas Eve at Wilhelm's, Christmas Day with the Van Horns. The 26th, then we just the girls all come to our house and we just do our immediate family Christmas.
I got this hoodie.
Scooby-Doo hoodie, which is excellent. And I love that. I bought that. Do you know I bought that in July?
Oh.
It came out in July, a hoodie.
July.
Why, I don't know. Hit the box lunch store.
What?
I saw it, fell in love with it. The color's excellent. It's all embroidered. It's beautiful. And I bought it in July, and it's been holed up in my closet waiting for Christmas. It was the first time I bought something for Christmas that early, I think. But it's awesome. And then the 27th.
Birthday.
We have the birthday. We have Abby
guys
and
came
Ashley
over.
have the same birthday.
And we played games, and it was a fun night.
We had a fun game night. We brought some chicken nuggets over from
You didn't bring any cheese
from
ball.
the Chick-fil-A, but we forgot the cheese ball. Yeah, that was disappointing.
But then
But it's okay. We had a good time. That was a blast.
the 28th, we went to the zoo.
And then, well, here's the thing. Abby's birthday, we got to explain, is the 27th, and Raja the elephant, who the first elephant born at the St. Louis Zoo.
Yep.
Is Raja, and he was born the year before Abby on the 27th. So they share a birthday. So I thought that was so cool that you were born on the 27th and you guys shared a birthday. So your first birthday,
Yes.
I think your dad had to work, but Doug was off. And Doug and Lynn and I and you, we take you over to the zoo. It was like really nice weather.
Yeah.
And I got a picture of you in your little, I don't know where, it's in your baby album, so it's not a digital picture, but in your little pink coat. And Raja, I got lots of pics of Raja they bring out a little birthday
My first
cake.
birthday, his second
birthday, and we went over to celebrate your birthdays together, and it was a lot of fun. And so there's kind of always just kind of been a connection with Raja because
Well, I think there's a picture of it's like me, and then you can see the elephant in the background as a baby.
Yes. I tried to get that. I think Doug was holding you, and I took the pic. Yeah, and so now we always go see Raja probably every year. We love him.
Yeah, I love the zoo.
And we love the zoo. It's probably one of our favorite places on the planet. Love the zoo.
It's free.
We are so fortunate in this area to have such an amazing zoo, and it is absolutely free. It's amazing.
To get it, it's free to get in.
Yeah, now if you want to ride the train or do other things,
Sure.
you're going to pay a little bit, but
listen,
it's still
free
not
to
outrageous.
get in.
It's free. You can't go to any zoo
Nothing
and
like
go in
that.
and see, and we have an amazing zoo too. So I told Abby, well, we found out they announced that they are moving Raja to the Columbus Zoo.
I think they're swapping elephants.
They are swapping males because and we were, of course, everybody in St. Louis is very upset because we love Raja, and he's, again, being born here is very special to the St. Louis Zoo, and we love him. But he has 3 daughters and now a grandson. So, but he's only 32, so he's still young real youngish for an elephant. And because like his mom is still at the St. Louis Zoo, she's 52. Yeah,
they live a long time.
Yeah, elephants live longer than say some other animals. Anyway, you have to diversify your gene pool and yada yada, and it's a normal herd behavior for a male once he has children in the herd to then leave the herd and join a different herd because they're quite smart and they know you can't diversify your gene pool if you stay in that herd. So they have to do it, and we're, of course, sad, but we understand why. So, and someday, we're good Midwesterners, we're going to road trip to Columbus and check up on him.
See him. You don't have to pay to get in.
Yeah, exactly. So the swap is going to be happening, we believe, this month. They said early 2025. So I said, we've got to go see Raja one more time before he leaves. And I wanted to go on your birthday, but the weather was very ugly. It was rainy and awful. Well, the 28th rolls around and it's nice. It is a really great weather day. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we got to go to the zoo. We
And
got to
so
go.
we did.
And so we did. We all piled in the van, and it was just like old times. It was the 5 of us off to the
Yeah,
zoo.
Ashley was not feeling well. She didn't.
She-
No.
She had something else going on.
Yeah, Missy had spent the night on the 27th, and so they had like a sister's day, which was really nice.
Which was wonderful for them. So,
But yeah, the 5 of us.
5 of us pile in the van, not the van anymore.
The BFE.
In the BFE. And off we go to the zoo. It ended up being a remarkable day. The weather was perfect.
Yes.
All of the animals were out. And I mean, the only animal we didn't see was the lion.
I think so.
Otherwise, all the animals were out. Yeah. They were active. They were loving the weather. And
it was great.
It was so great.
Roger was out. We went there first. Of course. We beelined
And
it.
we always do. We always go straight for the river's edge because we love Raj and we always go see him. We want to check up on him, make sure he's okay. And we walk through the river's edge and there he is. And he's out and he's waving his trunk around and we're waving at him. And of course I'm taking pictures and we took a picture of you. I took a picture of you with him.
Which I was like, it was crazy. Is the first picture you have of me with Raja and that one are almost exactly 30 years apart.
30 years apart.
Crazy.
And I literally start tearing up.
You just burst into tears.
I didn't burst into tears,
Okay.
but I did start tearing up because I was like, oh my God, this is might be the last time we see him. And it's just like you said, we've been coming to see him for
30 years?
Yeah, and it's just hard to imagine that he's leaving. And he looked great. He's so gorgeous.
Oh my God, these huge tusks.
Yeah, he's such a big guy now. His tusks are huge. Yeah, huge tracts of land.
Well, I think we've briefly mentioned this before that when I was in like 8th grade, I got to do a zookeeper for a day.
Yes.
At the zoo. Because before I had my graphic design aspirations, I was going to go do pre-veterinary medicine. I was set.
She was her whole life going to be a vet, but she's always loved animals.
Yes.
Always loved animals.
But so in 8th grade, I got to do the zookeeper for a day thing.
We did that for your birthday. We got you that for your birthday.
It was awesome.
You got done and you literally said to me, best birthday present ever. And I'm
Absolutely.
like, we were so happy that we did it.
I got to feed some otters. I got to hold a snake. I held a little tiny owl.
Little tiny owl. So cute.
But the thing that I thought I told you, but maybe
you
I
probably
didn't.
did. You were in 8th grade.
It's been years. So at the elephant exhibit, there's this one part where it's kind of hidden. You don't really notice it unless you know.
You really don't notice it, and you pointed it out to us, and you're right. It's kind of around a corner, a little secluded.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you go up this little walkway and up this like wooden ladder, and on top of these rocks, it looks like a little rock outcropping, is like a bar kind of thing, and the zookeepers will stand up there above the elephants, and they'll feed them. And Pearl, who is Raj's mother,
Raj's mom,
who's now 52, she'd been there forever, and so they have trained her. Like it's one of those like enrichment kind of things to kind of like
right. It is enrichment stuff. Yeah.
Yep. So she would they would stand up there. They'd just have like food. She'd stand up on her back legs. She'll like wave at you. She'll do these little things, and so
they'll throw her food.
Yes. Yeah. It's a bar way of like getting her diet while also
do some
mental,
training and
enrichment. Yeah. So I got to go up there with them, and here's Pearl. And then and I'm throwing her
I'm still
food
amazed.
And all this kind of
my
stuff.
jaw dropped again. I'm always amazed that you got to do that.
I know. It was so fun.
That's so amazing.
And they're like, that's Pearl. And I was like, I had asked, like, oh, well, is Raja? Can we see? And then they're like, no, we can't like see Raja. I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't see him at the time.
Yeah.
And they go,
because it was January. It was, winter.
Yeah, when I went, yeah. And they're like, but Pearl is Raja's mother. And so I was like, I was so excited. I didn't know.
I didn't know either. Very cool.
And then later when we're at the zoo, so then cut to just now, and you had looked it up, and you're like, oh, Pearl is still there, and she's 52. Yep. I was like, oh, I remember Pearl.
You remember Pearl.
I fed Pearl.
We went to the other enclosure, and there were the girls. There were his daughters were in there.
And one little one.
And the little one.
Not a baby,
well,
baby,
a 10-year-old.
But smaller.
The 10-year-old. So he has 3 daughters there. Jade, who just had baby Jet.
Yep.
What's the other one's name? Priya.
I can't
remember. I'm looking up.
Well, Well, the thing with like the elephants is that elephant like gestation period is like 2 years.
Yeah, it's crazy long.
It's extremely long.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's like such a big deal that they've had so many elephants.
It's been
in
so
captivity.
successful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Malia,
Malia.
born 2006 to Raja and Ellie, and then Jade was born in 2007, and she's
Oh, so she's the second oldest.
yep, and she's Jet's mom.
Yes.
And Jet is so cute.
Oh my God, the lady Jet.
And then Priya's the youngest, born in only in 2013.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She's like 10,
Yeah,
11.
to Raja and Ellie. They don't say the mom of Jade. I don't know if she's not at the St. Louis Zoo or not. But yeah. And Raja was the only male in the whole herd
Yeah.
until now. Now that Jet, they finally had a boy. So
Had a little boy.
they were so crazy excited to
Yes.
to have a boy. And yeah, so he's leaving, but we had a wonderful, wonderful day.
Well, because baby Jet's not the only baby born at the St. Louis Zoo. Only baby elephant. But they had 3 tiger cubs.
They had triplets, tiger cubs. You told me we're at the zoo and we see these 3 tigers out.
And they were like, they were cubs.
They know
but
they're
they were
cubs, 'cause they
very,
grow
they were
fast.
pretty small.
Yeah, but they were smaller, not tiny, but they were not full grown. Let's put
Clearly,
it that way.
clearly adolescents.
But Abby's like, I think they had cubs not too long ago. I think they had cubs, and I'm like, I don't know, I didn't hear. And I follow the St. Louis Zoo on Facebook, but sometimes you don't always see every post. It's like if you don't interact, you don't see stuff. And so
Yeah.
I went and looked. I'm like, you're right, it's triplets.
Triplets. And so we were watching
got
them
to see
run
those
around.
guys.
Well, it was cool. All the big cats were out because it was nice and cool.
The weather was great. The
Snow leopard was out.
He was gorgeous.
He was right there.
He was right there in front of us. His little tail so fluffy. He was beautiful. The jaguar was out. He was lazy. He
Leopard
was
was
snoozing.
out.
Yep. The leopard.
Tigers were playing.
Tigers playing. Couldn't really see any cheetahs, but that's okay. I was so thrilled with what we could see. Right.
Hippos were out.
The hippos were swimming.
We did not go through the penguin exhibit. Well, I go through there.
It was a
almost every
long
time.
line, and we usually go over time, and we're like, we're happy to be outside.
But that
it's a
penguin
beautiful,
exhibit-
it's a beautiful day.
That penguin exhibit is, in my opinion, probably the best in the country.
It's very good.
It's so it is so close that you could literally, you're not supposed to, you could literally reach in and touch them.
You
if
could,
you wanted.
and you can get splashed because they're jumping in the water. And,
Well, Ashley, here's my tips.
Okay.
Number 1, Ashley says, do not stand under the rocks because they'll poop off of those.
it's true.
You'll get hit with
It's
poop.
true. Avoid that.
2, do not steal the penguins because that has happened.
Someone stole a penguin?
Yeah, a kid went to the zoo on a field trip.
Okay.
Backpack.
He put the penguin in his backpack.
They get on the bus, and the teacher's like hearing this noise, like, what the fuck? Penguin in the backpack.
No way.
They had to turn around.
They turn around, go back and get the penguin back. Holy shit. What?
because the walls, they can.
You can.
And it
You
and
can.
it
They don't
happens.
have 'em real
They come,
high.
they'll swim, they'll come launch themselves out, boop, and now they're in the walkway, and here comes the zookeeper. Whoop, whoop, and they throw him back in.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so this kid had fucking tossed him in the
He
backpack.
was like,
It
well,
might have
you're
been a
coming home
puffin.
with me.
It might have been a puffin or something because the penguins can get big.
Yeah, but some of them were small. They have different sizes.
Whatever it was,
It certainly
He
wasn't an
snatched
emperor
something out of
penguin.
there, backpack,
That is fantastic. I'm dead. This kid.
and it happened.
He saw his opportunity.
St. Louis.
He saw his opportunity.
He seized it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being the teacher that is like, oh my God, ma'am.
I've been there. I've been on many field trips. I would have been dying. Like, you can't take a penguin or a puffin. Either one. And can you imagine getting the call from the teacher? Little Johnny stole a penguin from the zoo. You might want to have a talk with him about that.
Well,
That's
do you remember-
hilarious.
do you remember we go to the insectarium one year?
Yes, I hate
The
that. But I'm
butterfly
sorry.
house.
I really
The
love the
butterfly
butterfly
house.
part. Not a fan of the insect part.
Right. But in the butterflies, in there, they
Yes.
have signs everywhere
Yeah, don't.
that you cannot take these with you because it's like a federal offense.
It is. And they land on you all the time.
Right.
And that's why they have the little separate walkway. They kind of blow air on you to make sure
Yes.
that there's none on you when you leave, even accidentally.
Yes.
Like, they're like, pay
Because-
attention.
'cause
Don't
it's-
walk out of here with one of these on you.
Because it's literally a federal offense if you were to steal one of those butterflies. And we go out when we're there.
Yeah.
And we turn around, Dad's got one on his back.
There was one of his
And we're
back.
like, go back. Go back.
Get back inside.
We panicked. We're like, get back in there. Yo, before kids went, oh my God, we're gonna let this loose.
Of course,
we're gonna go to jail.
This your dad looking over his shoulder, spinning around in circles. Where is it?
Get your ass back in there. We're all gonna go. I can't go back to jail.
I won't do it.
I won't do it. So like, get back in there. So it had to be fun. He put it back, but
Yeah,
I just remember us seeing
That's what I forgot
those
about
signs
that.
that was like,
Yeah.
it's a federal offense to take any of the, and I was like,
That,
oh,
that,
okay.
that kid is a criminal now. He's a felon. Oh. Okay, that's fantastic. I've never heard that story. How have I not heard that story?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I
I
love
want
it.
to say, I don't know. Listener Kate will correct me. Listener Kate loves penguins.
Okay.
I want to say that her now husband Elijah proposed to her at the Penguin House.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
awesome. How cute is that?
Sorry,
Oh,
listener Kate, if I got that wrong.
That's adorable. Don't correct us. That's a great idea.
But I think she loves penguins.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's-
Well, if you can't tell, we love the zoo.
I
It's
love
a
the
great
zoo.
it's a great place. We
and
had
it's free.
God, we had literally just a remarkably
Yep.
wonderful day. Saw so much cool stuff.
We saw the little baby chimpanzee.
And oh yeah, Forrest is his name.
Nope, that's the
Not
orangutan.
the chimpanzee. The new orangutan is
we
called
saw-
Forrest.
We saw the little chimpanzee was swinging on the stuff.
He was
You and I
swinging
saw
away. He was so cute. And they had a new baby zebra as well. First born at St. Louis as well.
Yeah.
So lots going on. If you don't know, check
Now
it
you
out.
know.
Follow them on Facebook. They put a video up of all their babies that were born in 2024, which is great.
If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Go visit. It's a great place. We love it.
Well, and then
So we did that on the 28th.
and I'm getting close on time here, so I'm going to
Yeah, we
speed
got
through.
Okay.
that-
You're right. Gosh, we've been jibber jabber.
I know we went to the Winter Classic.
Abby and her dad. We said that Wayne has been to every Winter Classic that the St. Louis Blues have played in. The first one was here in St. Louis. They finally gave St. Louis
2017.
the Blues a nod in 2017, and they hosted.
The Blackhawks.
And the Blackhawks. We went. It was amazing. We won. Blues won. Had a massive, amazing time. Liv got to go.
Yep, it was at Busch Stadium.
It was at Busch Stadium.
Because for those who don't know, the Winter Classic is played outdoors.
Always played outdoors. It's kind of a classic throwback game type thing. They wear a throwback kind of jersey typically. Kind of thing. So then the Blues were also in the Winter Classic in Minnesota. 2022. I think we talked about this horrible experience. Why they would put it in Minnesota. The weather was like minus 11, like with a wind chill of whatever, minus a million.
And
it was a great game. Blues won again. I'm never going north in the winter ever again.
Dad was saying his breath was freezing on his glasses.
Everything froze. My face was froze. It made your eyes water, but then they immediately froze. The tears froze on your face and your eyelashes. Like I've never been that cold in my life, and I don't know how people live up there. But anyway.
But then this year, 2024,
New Year's Eve.
Yes.
The Blues are playing now in Chicago
at Wrigley
at
Stadium.
Wrigley, playing the Blackhawks again. And I told your dad, he's like, I want to go. And I'm like, you should go, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to go. Been there, done that, froze my ass up. Why don't you take Abby this time? Why would I say offer that? As I think about that and how cold I was, I went, you should throw Abby to the wolves. You should take Abby.
Let me tell you something. It was like 49 degrees.
It was great. You had a great time. You had great weather. Honestly, I was hoping, and being that it was Chicago, it wouldn't be near as bad as Minnesota, but could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, this week coming, if it had been this coming weekend,
honestly, it
would have been terrible.
On New Year's Eve, it was like 49 degrees. I have a hoodie, I put my jersey over the top and jeans, and we're fine. And it was great. And then the next day we wake up, it's like 29 degrees on New Year's Day. And I'm like, let me tell you something. If it had been like this, I would have been way more miserable.
You would have been miserable. And they in years past, the Winter Classic has always been on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
This time they decided to put it on New Year's Eve. And I think your dad said they decided that because there's so many bowl games, the college bowl games are on New Year's Day, that they thought they would switch it to New Year's Eve.
And it was, honestly, it was great.
Lucky for you guys. The weather was so much warmer.
It was so fun because they had like a DJ out there for second intermission, and they're like doing all this stuff because it's like New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah,
They're doing,
You
so
said
fun.
Chance the Rapper was there?
Chance the Rapper was their first intermission.
Oh, man.
And then Smashing Pumpkins was
started off.
Yeah. Now, people have been really upset. They did not like, people were like saying that they didn't like Chance the Rapper. They didn't like Smashing Pumpkins. I thought it was fun.
Who cares? It's fun.
I thought it was fun.
Here's the thing.
It was a great fucking game.
Right. Oh, and the Blues win 6-2.
6-2.
What a great game.
Yes.
Oh, so much fun.
Oh man,
They
was
were sending
great.
me
It was a
updates.
blast.
I was loving it. And of course, then I was like, damn, I should have went. And I was like, no, if I would have went, it would have been 29 degrees. I would have been freezing my butt off.
It was a blast.
So Abby and her dad went, and they had a great time. And I was so glad you guys had a
I
great
could
time.
count on one hand how many hockey games I've been to. I've been to maybe 3 or 4. Not a
Right,
lot.
really? Okay.
I fucking
Okay.
love hockey games.
It's my favorite sport to go watch. It's
Yes.
so much fun.
Oh,
Your dad and I love
yeah.
it. We're massive Blues fans.
I've been to one NFL game. I've been to countless baseball games.
Right.
Hockey's the best.
Hockey's the best for
One
me.
hands down. Me and you went.
Yep.
We got
My
your
boss used to give me tickets. Yeah, and we
Yeah,
had
that
great
last
seats.
year he was like, I can't go. I got these tickets, and
And you and I
got to
went.
go.
They won it overtime. It was
Oh.
amazing.
you got up.
I was like, oh, they're gonna do it. It'll be a few minutes. I'm gonna run to the restroom. Then I turned around and went, no, it's overtime. They don't do a break. They start.
But you got up and you left.
It did. I was standing at the top of the steps, and I stopped, and I turned around to watch because I knew, but everybody was leaving for some reason. Like
I think everybody had the same thought.
I couldn't get back to you.
Yeah.
So I just stayed there to watch because I knew overtime didn't. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, duh, they don't do a 15-minute break, 20-minute break,
No.
or whatever like they do during the periods.
Yeah.
And frick, they won in like 2 seconds.
I know. They dropped the puck. I think within the minute they had scored.
Boom,
and,
scored.
And then the place is going nuts. And I'm like, where are you?
You're, and I'm at the top of the steps. Wow, you're down the seat. Wow. But now everybody's really leaving now. I can't make my way back down to you.
You got back to that. We're like,
We're like, wow, did you see it?
that was awesome.
It was awesome.
I've
my
been
God.
to so many good Blues games.
So you guys had a great end of your year. At New Year's Eve,
Classic was
you guys
great.
are in Chicago for New Year's Eve. Sam and I stayed home. I'm surprised. Usually they go see friends, but they didn't. I guess nobody had anything going on. So, and Skylar's like, oh, I'm all alone in the apartment. I'm like, come here. We'll have a girls' day.
Yeah.
So she came over. We all put on, when I was a kid, you put on your fancy hat. My mom and dad would put on hats.
Yes.
And we'd put on, my mom would let us wear her fancy nightgowns. My sister, me, not my brothers. And we would, if they did it, they wanted to. No judgment, but, nobody did. And they'd get snacks and whatever, and we'd stay up as late as we could. I don't think anybody ever made it to midnight, but that was
Yeah.
so we did that, and we just had a girls' night, went and got a bunch of snacks, and we had a good time. I called you at midnight, and
Yes.
we yelled Happy New Year, and then
Happy New Year.
Then
And
you
I
guys
think
went to bed.
We hung up and then we went out because we'd been out in the wind
yeah,
all day.
I mean,
and we
it
were
was
like,
still chilly because especially when the sun went down. So yeah.
well, I don't know how I could forget this, but on Christmas
What?
we had the gift that keeps on giving. Beyblades.
Beyblades.
We
Did Ashley get you Beyblades for Christmas?
So last year you got me a little Beyblade, the stadium thing.
Yeah.
Because listener Kate will know this because
Yes.
she plays in that D&D campaign.
yes.
But there is a whole running joke about tops in that game. And so you as a joke got me a little Beyblade stadium and it had 2 tops in it.
Yes.
And then Ashley, again, as a part of continuing the joke,
Right.
got me for Christmas a Beyblade.
Just a Beyblade.
Just the
okay.
one.
A nice one. It's a
And-
good one.
Yes. And the guy told her when she gets it, he goes, I don't think they come with the little
ripcord.
rippers anymore.
Yeah.
So she's got to buy one. Well, it's like a tournament grade ripper.
It's the only kind of ripper you should have.
And
Tournament great. I want one now.
so to Christmas Day at Mom Paws, I brought the Beyblade Stadium. Which
Where
had
did you
the 2
get the
tops.
stadium?
You got it for
That's
me.
the stadium. I got you. Cool.
Yes.
I never saw it.
Yeah. So I bring the 2
have-
tops and then my new Beyblade.
Listener, I have a stadium that is absolute crap because I got it from this app called AliExpress where you can get like super cheap. It's like $2.
It's not Beyblade. It's metal assembled gyros.
Literally called metal assembled gyros. We are dying. We got the knockoff. We tried it. The stadium broke within I think 2 tries.
Oh yeah.
But we had a blast. We didn't care. It was so much fun.
I gotta see if we can find it because
The
it's-
actual Beyblades are better, and your stadium is definitely better. It only flew out once.
Yes.
Nobody got hurt. Nobody, because I'm telling you what, these things are made of metal, and somebody's gonna lose an eye like in my stadium. So my stadium is crap.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna find yours because on yours it's like clearly been like translated
Yeah.
poorly.
Yeah, because it's from China or wherever. Yeah.
So instead of like let it rip, it says
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh my
I
god.
know.
Oh my god.
I know, we gotta look
We'll
it up.
find
We gotta
I gotta
find
write
it.
that metal assembled gyros. I'm
Gyros.
writing it down.
Because where's metal symbol gyros, and then it's just like I don't even know what it was.
What
I can't
was
think of
it? Oh my god, it
We'll
was
find
fantastic.
it. We'll find it, listener.
We'll find it. Oh my god.
But
okay.
those are so funny.
We have okay. As a kid, we used to be called battling
Battle
tops, battling tops, and it was literally a stick and it had a little circle thing, and you wrapped the string, and you put it in the little thing, and then you pulled the string.
Yes.
And the tops went in the little middle of the little stadium.
And they're just little
There was no
wooden-
danger. No, they were ours were plastic.
Plastic.
No one was going to lose an eye from these things, and they would, obviously battle out there, and you win if your top stays up. It's the same concept.
It's kind of the
Now
same.
they're just way cooler and made of metal, and all this other accessories and different things that you can do, and they're called Beyblades.
Yeah.
Still fun, still
Fun.
cool.
Well, so on the 26th, when we went to your house for Christmas, I got all of you guys because
Yeah.
Ashley got me.
She got us
I got you
all
your little
all our
Beyblades.
personal Beyblade. Yay.
Yours is green.
Mine's
It's all
green.
white.
My favorite color. I love it. It's awesome. But even my brothers are like, "Are you guys playing Battling Tops?"
Yeah. Tom comes in. He's like,
Basically, yes.
yes, we are. It was fun. I think you took a picture of us. It was
Yep,
fun.
I did. It was a hoot. It's a blast.
It ended up being a blast.
Yep. As
So
long as you don't lose an eye or a finger or something, it's all good.
next year we have to get ourselves
I'm getting
the
me.
t-shirts. This is my top.
This is my top. Yeah.
This is my top.
My battling top.
This is my battling top. Crop top.
Yeah,
Dude,
battling top.
I gotta look it
Gotta get
up.
somebody a crop top.
that
Yeah.
was
It's
the
a whole
day
thing.
that you guys had gone.
My character Toby, who is a Dragonborn
Fighter.
fighter, loves battling tops.
Battling
so yeah,
tops.
that's his thing. Hilarious.
And you're part of the.
I gotta get me a
the
tournament grade
rewards
ripper.
program.
Yes, I am part of the battling tops.
And you guys all got
reward
free
program.
t-shirts.
I need your tournament grade ripper. I need to find out where Ash bought that and get me one because
Yeah.
then it's on.
You gotta get yourself
Then
a
it's on.
tournament grade.
I gotta tell you, I was preparing for the real quick. I don't know how much time we have left. Preparing for the podcast, and I was finding. I have little notepads. I've got
Yeah.
probably about 5 or 6 of them all over the world. That
all over the world.
I have notes. I have notes. No matter where I go, I'll find one. And I found this post-it note. You can see the post-it note, and I found it
I can.
stuck on one of my notepads. And for some reason, I wrote on it, "It's over for you, bitches."
So for you bitches.
I don't know why I wrote that down.
When I get my tournament grade river, it's over,
It's over for you, bitches. Why?
I said no.
You can confirm. It says it's over for you, bitches. Why did I write that down?
No, I have
dead.
I have a memory of that because we were talking about something and I said, listen, what I get, blah blah blah.
It's over for you, bitches. That's what it is.
I can't remember what I said.
and
though.
I just
what
wrote
was it?
But I do that all the time. I write stuff down that I think is very funny, and I write
You
it
only
in,
write down part of it.
and I only write down part of it, thinking I'm gonna remember the rest, and then I don't.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, why did I write this mysterious thing down? And that's what it is. There's more to the story. I'll never know. I'll never know what it is.
Yeah.
So hilarious.
Well, I wrote down. I'm gonna read this really quick. Okay. So I have 2 things. I have a little pizza notebook that I write.
She does. It literally is a little pizza
Yep.
cover, and then it's shaped like a slice of pizza.
And there's a reason for that,
yeah.
but
And
we
she
don't have
writes.
time for
She
that
just
today.
writes random stuff in here.
Our random funny stories. I usually put a date. So I have 2 stories to read to you
Okay,
that
go.
happened, I believe, in 2023.
Okay.
Or,
2023.
excuse me, 2024.
Oh, I'm like, you've been saving them for 2 years. Okay, go.
No, 2024. Okay. Mom says something wrong and immediately starts smacking her mouth. Me, why are you doing that? Mom, that's where I said it from. And then at the same time, we both say, well, good thing you don't talk out of your ass. We died. And then
I remember that. I was like, this is in my mouth. Like, why would you say that? It's not that.
Okay, the other thing I have is we're talking about Groundhog's Day. So this is February.
Okay. Okay.
Talking about Groundhog Day. And you said, he lives in like Gobbler's Knob. I can't even say it.
Gobbler's Knob.
He lives like Gobbler's Knob. And I go, we're not going to just breeze right by that. And Ashley goes, it's the Gobbler's Knob Visitor Center. And I said, I bet it is. And you said, okay, what happens at Gobbler's Knob? And Ashley said, what happens at Gobbler's Knob
Stays at Gobbler's Knob. Oh my God.
I was laughing so hard.
We have some seriously random
Oh my God.
conversations.
Last year, Olivia.
Oh, it is called Gobbler's Knob. Everyone, anyone who doubts, never doubt me again. He lives in Gobbler's Knob, Pennsylvania.
Listen to this. This is Olivia taking her Bible studies midterm. Question.
Sorry, this is so funny. I remember this now.
Question. What was Jacob's name changed to? Olivia says, I blanked. I put down Derek.
She comes home. First of all, she comes out and tells us that she absolutely blanked and wrote down Derek. And we were like, what the actual F? Why would you write down Derek? Like, you could have picked any Bible name.
Anyway,
There's no Derek in the Bible.
what?
Oh my God. We ripped her a new one for that one. We laughed so hard. She's like, it's not funny. I was panicking.
Okay, this is at the end of December.
Okay.
I was looking. Okay, I have to give backstory. We used to get a printed Korean American journal
Sent to your
Sent
house,
to our house.
when you first moved in.
Yes,
Yeah.
for like the first year.
Somebody
or
had a
two.
subscription,
and it's all
and
in
it would
Korean.
come to your house, all in Korean. It's fantastic.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And it stopped being delivered. And so I go looking into it because it stopped being delivered. And I was getting delivered to us on accident. But I'm looking into it and I go, oh no, they don't print anymore. It's just digital. And you said, you don't know what you got till it's gone.
You don't.
And Olivia comes into the room and starts singing The Pay of Paradise out of a parking lot.
Didn't even understand that. But she's so funny and she's so quick that immediately joins in. They pay Paradise and put him a parking lot and sings it. Probably on key too.
Probably.
Who knew?
All right. And this is the last one I got.
Okay.
Sam and I are texting circa 2012. So
Okay.
a while ago.
Okay.
I said, me in 2012, I was a senior in high school. I said, do you think farts are thoughts leaving the body? And Sam said, I think your thoughts are farts leaving your mouth. So good.
It's the ultimate burn. It's the ultimate burn. She got you so good. That is fantastic.
So good.
You can't even be mad at that because
No.
it is such an excellent burn.
I think your thoughts are farts leaving your mouth.
Damn it.
Beautiful.
You know,
Outstanding.
They get that shit from your father because your dad
Yes.
was like that when I was young. He was always so quick like that. Always had a really funny comeback. God, I've never been that good at comebacks. 2 years later, I'll be like, man, that's what I should have said.
Oh my God.
This is why I make a list of people who offend me. That's it. I'm gonna think of something to say to you. It'll come to me eventually.
I have one of these stories is the day after the Super Bowl, and you go, I got a sticky note of people who are annoying me, and she's at the top of the list.
Because people annoy me, and I literally start making a list at my work.
You did.
I'm like so done. Like, all right, you just moved to the top of the list.
Oh my God. All right.
All right, I didn't even get to my skin, my scoop, my poop, but you know what? We'll save it for next time.
Save
It's
it
all
for next
good.
time.
It's all good. We'll get together again next week. All right. I don't know about you guys, but after this, I'm gonna need some serious beef.
Probably some serious Dayquil, honestly.
Oh, okay. Get better. Hey, stay healthy, stay warm.
Or else.
Take
Bye.
your meds.
Take your meds.
Bye.
Bye.